We told you to make room at the Thanksgiving dinner table for me and Mark Zinno. Why? We brought our broom as it got caught in the cord, but we brought it out. 3-0 sweep on Turkey Day on our last edition of the Morning Wager. Gave you a winner on every game. Not only that, Mark, our clients they cashed on the Packers. I know you and I both had the same best bet yesterday, and that was a winner well. So a very happy Thanksgiving for you and I. Although, as we'll get into later in the show, you tried jinxing the Packers bet by doing the one thing I ask that you don't do.
I know. And I'm sorry, but I was a couple deep and feeling my oats, and I felt really good about our Cowboys-Packers moneyline parlay at that point in time. So, all that said, has Matt Eberflus been fired yet? Because that's really what I'm beginning to wonder. Has Matt Eberflus been fired yet? Because if he hasn't, there's a real problem.
Well, if this was the afternoon wager, perhaps he already would have been. But it is, of course, the morning wager here, powered by WagerTalk TV. So, yes, that is a fluid situation. I asked you, I asked the commenters on Wednesday, would Matt Eberflus be fired? I think his odds have only gone up. We do have a best bet for NFL Sunday coming up, Mark. We will be getting to that momentarily. I will also be telling the people how you angered me via text last night. But first, let's get into some college football betting. It is rivalry weekend, the final week of the regular season. What a week, what a season it has been. We'll talk about that a little bit. But you're going to talk Tennessee Vandy. And this is a very interesting game. We have a little symmetry with our two halves of the double play today because we're both going to be fading teams who are simply looking to win to get into the college football playoff. At least that's what we think their situations are. Tennessee, they definitely need to beat Vanderbilt, but Diego Pavia and the Commodores have been money as underdogs this season, particularly when getting double digits. So you are following the trends and taking the points here.
Yeah, look, I mean, I can remind you guys about how Tennessee has been so average against the SEC this year, other than against Mississippi State. This is not a team that has blown anybody out. This is not a team that has done any measure of real scoring in conference play. And so it begs a question as to why they're laying such a fat number on the road. 10.5. There are even some 11s popping up here. But again, this is a Tennessee squad, that has been in every tight game there's been in SEC play. And oh, by the way, it's strange, but this is Tennessee's fourth road game this year. That's it. They had back-to-back road games against Oklahoma and Arkansas and a road game against Georgia. That's it. So they have not been out on the road all that much. Ayamaliava has not thrown for more than 200 yards on the road this year. So this offense becomes very, very small when it goes out on the road. And why they're laying 11 points, I don't know, because I guess Vanderbilt is still thought to be bad. But this is a team that's 6-2 in their last 8 against the number. They're 4-1 against the number one playing an SEC team with better than an 800 winning percentage. This is everything for Vanderbilt. This is their Super Bowl here. Imagine for them to knock off Tennessee, something they haven't done in a really long time. And I mean in a really long time. For them to be able to do this and kick them out of the college football playoff would be the ultimate, feather in the cap for Clark Lee and the Commodores here to be able to do that. So, I just think the number is too big. I don't know if Vanderbilt can pull off the win, but what I do know is that they can keep this thing tight. They're going to be home. It's going to be everything for them. I'll take the Commodores and the points here, and really just hope for the best as these two teams lock up here for the final game this year.
Hoping for the best. Smash that like button if you agree with Zinno and are rolling with the Commodores. I'm going to smash that like button right now, Mark, because I agree with you. And I think you agree with me here. It is a very similar handicap as I look at Notre Dame USC. I am taking the points with the Trojans. Now, we all know Notre Dame, since its shocking outright loss, is a 4-touchdown favorite in South Bend to Miami of Ohio back in September. Oh, by the way, that was a 3% winner for me on the Miami Redhawks in that game. Since that time, they have not lost, Notre Dame. As a matter of fact, they own the nation's current longest ATS win streak. 7 straight games Notre Dame has covered. All they need to do is win here, and they are still in the college football playoff. That's pretty crazy considering they lost outright to a MAC team as a 28-point favorite. But let's look Mark, at who Notre Dame has played during this win streak. You pointed out
Oh,
some of
not a good team.
Tennessee's schedule. It's not a good schedule for Notre Dame, okay? And you want to know the last time they played a true road game? Would you like to guess the date?
I think it was
Ro-
September 14th against Purdue.
You have done your homework, sir. It was September 14th at Purdue, and we all know Purdue stinks. Okay, since
Yes.
then Notre Dame has played away from home a few times. But the Army game was at Yankee Stadium. Navy was in Baltimore, I believe. I know it
No,
wasn't.
it was at MetLife Stadium.
Oh, that's right. It was at MetLife Stadium. Okay. And the Georgia Tech game was played at the Falcons Stadium. That was not played
Yes.
on Georgia Tech's campus. That was the closest thing they played to a true road game since Purdue. But remember, Georgia Tech didn't have Haynes King in that game.
Right.
And look at some of these other dogs that Notre Dame has faced: Virginia, the corpse of Florida State, Stanford. They did play Louisville. Okay. Louisville, I think, in USC are pretty comparable. Notre Dame closed as a 6.5-point favorite at home against Louisville. They were outgained in that game. They were very fortunate to win. Louisville turned it over a bunch. And here's a stat for you, Mark, that's going to blow your mind. Notre Dame is one of 6 teams in the entire country that has held a fourth quarter lead in every game this season. Would you like to guess who is one of the other 5?
Oregon. Um,
That's true.
Did Ohio State trail when they lost to Oregon? in the fourth?
Ohio State is another one of the 5, but let me get to the punchline here because this is the interesting part. USC is one of the other 5 teams. USC has had a fourth quarter lead in every game this season, despite being 6-5. This is a team better than its record, recent quarterback change, and we know they stink on the road. Guess what? This game's being played in the Coliseum, home of the 1984 Olympics. Okay, when USC hosted Penn State, they were only plus 3.5. Mark, now they're getting 7.5. I have Penn State and Notre Dame pretty similarly rated. Give me the points. Fight on with USC. That is my half of the double play. Let us know what you're betting on college in Saturday as well. Lots of big games. I'm wearing a Michigan hoodie. I don't think Michigan's getting to their team total. I think they may not even score a point against Ohio State. I'm going to be very honest with you. I think Ryan Day runs the score up in that one. Also, again, comment down below. I already said to comment down below, but smash that like button. Do all that fine stuff. Mark, Feast Week is underway. We've already each notched a winner under our belt on Thanksgiving with the Packers, but there's still room under the belt, I think, for a few more winners. And what a better way to get on board than with this 7-day all-access pass for $69. Certainly one of the most popular specials we run at WagerTalk all year long. You get every play from your favorite handicapper for a full week for just $69. That's Mark. You can do that with me. You can do it with both of us. You can do it with both of us and some of your other favorite WagerTalk handicappers as well. What do you have on the docket this weekend, Mark? I know a 5% play is locked and loaded at WT.buzz/MC.
That it is. Yeah. So listen, we got the college card has been up for 2 days now. So it's at WT.buzz/MZ. We have a play today on Friday in the college game, and we have 3 other plays loaded on Saturday, including that 5% play. So we got a 4% today. 3 other games on Saturday, including the 5% play. I think we're going to get to one more. I think we're going to make it a 5-pack of college games over the weekend here. So, just get WT.buzz/MZ. I don't know what my record is. I don't care. Neither do you. So I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend. But I think you told me I was on a leaderboard somewhere at something, but I wasn't paying attention because I don't care.
It's a very interesting way to promote yourself, but that's why we love you, Mark Zinno. I will tell you this. I have a 4% best bet for Friday. By the time most of you are watching this, that game will have kicked off. It goes at noon Eastern. But how about the Saturday card? We've already got 3 plays locked and loaded for Saturday. We are adding at least 2 more for Saturday. It has been an incredible season. I do know my record, unlike Mark. 58-29, last 87. Mark, look, I know you hate when I talk about my record, but I think I deserve at least a pat on the back for going 67% over a full calendar year. I think that's pretty impressive. Thoughts?
I don't really think anybody gives a rip. I'm not going to lie. I don't think they care.
Well, you know what they should. You know what they should care about. You know what they should care about. The fact that in the third quarter. No, well, the show best bet. We're going to get to the NFL in a second, but first we're going to talk about what you did to me last night, giving me a heart attack. I have a rule, everybody. You never
Yes.
declare a game is over until it is over. Okay, there's no
Yes.
need to do it. There's no points. This is
Agreed.
not Dave
Agreed.
Wasserman. I've seen enough. Okay, but Mark Zinno in the third quarter yesterday of the Packers-Dolphins game goes, "Oh, I know you hate when people do this, but this game's over. We've gone a morning wager sweep and we win our bet." I said, "What the hell are you doing, Zinno?" And guess what happened right after he texted that? The Packers drive bogged down.
Yeah.
But no, the Packers, but you didn't even wait till the Packers scored a touchdown when they were in the red zone. Of course, the drive bogged down. They kicked a field goal. Then the Dolphins score a touchdown. It's 27-11. I start texting you, this is going to end up 27-25. You've ruined it. I can't watch this game anymore because of your text. I was sick to my stomach. Alas.
Yeah, that's what happens when
and you get a stay of execution.
Yeah, I guess it gets to be late on Thanksgiving night, and I'm a bottle of wine deep, and there was some martinis in there and a whole bunch of other stuff, and it was a grand day. It was a wonderful Thanksgiving, so I'm very proud of myself.
I could get in trouble here for saying this. I probably should tweet more, okay? But I would rather be financially destitute than tweet a game is over in the third quarter. That is how strongly I feel about that situation.
That's why
Let me all know what you guys think. Yes. Let me know what you guys all think about that situation and how right I am. All right. NFL best bet. Mark, you and I agree on this one. The Atlanta Falcons. You know this team very well. You cover them for a living, I do believe. So I will let you do most of the talking, but we love the scheduling spot this Sunday against the LA Chargers. Chargers on a short week. Of course, they lost to Baltimore Monday night. Atlanta off a bye. No Dobbins for the Chargers. Early start time, Eastern time zone. Chargers have been playing a lot of weak opponents. This is kind of a must-win, I would say, for Atlanta. They weren't playing well before the bye. Certainly that game against Denver. So the Dirty Birds, we like them.
Yeah, again, I mean, that's kind of what it is situationally. Falcons coming off a bad loss and a bye that they've been sitting on for 2 weeks. So you know that they want to have a much better performance and a much better showing. But this is an offense that still probably can give the Chargers defense a little bit of fits. When you look at what we saw last week from Baltimore against the Chargers and how they were able to move the ball and everything else, I'd like to think the Falcons offense can do the same thing here. They have a very competent run game. Obviously, Kirk Cousins is a very good quarterback. They have weapons galore. If their offensive line can hold up against the Chargers, then I think they should be in good shape here to be able to move the ball and score points. The Chargers really aren't too battle tested, as we talked about for the beginning part of their season, but they're getting into a much thicker sense of it right now as they have to play the Falcons. And in reality, after beating the Saints, the Browns, the Titans and the Bengals, it's like, okay, well, now the Chargers are going to step up to a different class here. Let's see how they handle it. And you look at some of their road games too. They lose outright to Arizona. They struggle with Denver. They lose at Pittsburgh. The only real easy road win they had was against Carolina. We know that because Carolina is god awful. And oh, by the way, the Chargers have the Chiefs on deck. So a definitive look at it. It's a must win for the Chargers in terms of, hopefully trying to maybe steal an AFC West title. So let's get the Falcons here. Plus, we'll take them on the money line. I mean, it's a +1, but we'll take them on the money line. I don't think the number's going to matter. I think the Falcons win outright.
There you have it. Show best bet Sunday. We're taking the Atlanta Falcons as hopefully Mark and I will be able to break out the broom once again, and I can wave that to start Monday's show. But a great run on the show, Mark. We're 12-3 our last 5 shows with the plays. Smash that like button if you've been enjoying these free winners. I think that's going to do it.
Remember those people in the comments
after Thanksgiving.
I've been enjoying fading you guys. You had like 3 bad days and you guys lose your damn minds. Okay? Let me go 12-3. Bite me.
Mark Zinno feeling his oats.
I had a lot of oats yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say, you still got that liquid courage running through your veins or what, buddy? Texting me that a game's over in the third quarter. Did you not watch the Oilers and the Bills in '93? A game's never over. All right, everybody. Until next time, let's cash some tickets.